Monday morning and talk about something different. This is going to be something really, really different. This may be your best opportunity for a charitable organization, a not-for-profit one. If you want one, and I have looked over the country and found that this is the most exciting thing that I think any of us could do. I have Gary Bryant, who's the guy who runs the joint. It's not a joint. It's a big, big, great organization. I mean, it's not a big one, but it's getting bigger, and we're going to see if we can make it a whole lot bigger. So, Gary, tell us about DVIC, and I realize that that's Disabled Veterans Insurance Careers, and I've never heard of it. Tell us about it, okay?
Well, good morning, George, and thanks for having me. Disabled Veterans Insurance Careers is a private not-for-profit company that was organized with our headquarters here in Southwest Florida. We were established by some very successful retired insurance executives, and our mission is to provide education and training for disabled veterans so that they can have a meaningful career in the insurance industry. We take disabled veterans, we screen them, we put them through a 6 or a 12-month training program that will allow them to get their insurance license, and then they can work for leading independent agencies, they can work for insurance companies, or we can work under a contract basis to support the activities of insurance agencies or companies.
Well, it's beyond most people's imagination. I'm just amazed that those guys could do it. I mean, just starting out with it. Okay, let's talk about how it works now. Shall we go to how DVIC works and hit down on what?
Just click on the how DVIC works at the top. There we go.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, it's okay. People are used to me. Go
Okay.
ahead.
The goal
with a kind of a not the greatest IT guy in the world, but go ahead.
Well, neither am I, George. I understand that completely. The goal of DVIC is to give a meaningful career opportunity to as many of our disabled veterans as we possibly can. They have made a huge sacrifice for our country. We know that they are very trainable. We know they're very mission-oriented. We know they're very team-oriented. We know they're very results-oriented. And just because they may have a disability doesn't mean that they can't be productive in the insurance industry. We screen our veterans who are applicants, and we work very closely with the Department of Veterans Affairs, Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment Division, and we take veterans who have a desire for a professional career in the insurance industry, who communicate well, who present a good appearance, and we select them for our training program, and we train them from there with a very good training program that we have in a partnership with the National Alliance for Insurance Education and Research in Austin, Texas.
Oh yeah, National Alliance. I worked for them for many years. In fact, one of the next Monday morning is going to be Bill Hull, the guy who put that all together. But that's another story. He and I've been running around together sort of over the last 30 years. But at any rate, and then you've got some of the guys working on. You've got the first veterans out there, haven't you?
Yes, we have. We actually have 4 veterans who have been a part of our program. We started with 2 disabled veterans in Chicago. You will see them listed there on your screen. Patrick Duran and David DeRue. They entered through a training program that we partnered with Hub International there in Chicago. You'll also see on your screen there Trinity Beerley and Mr. Sean Kay. They were trained here in our Fort Myers office and have since gone to work with leading independent agents here in South Florida. And we're very proud. We're very proud of our young men, and we have more lined up, ready to start our next class of training. And we expect to have 4 more in our training program here in Fort Myers this summer, and also 4 more in a training program in Kansas this summer.
Boy, you know, it's so intense. It's so difficult. I mean, it's so much more in depth than any kind of program I've seen for disabled veterans. That's amazing with the thing. You've got a great video. Let's look at it that made. Let me just a minute. Let me click on that thing. We'll get it here. Let me make it real big so everybody can see it, and we'll see you here just a second. How's that? Okay. Let's go back to where we are here. There we go. Come on. There we go.
The mission of Disabled Veterans Insurance Careers, known as DVIC, is to educate, train, and create meaningful employment opportunities within the insurance industry for disabled veterans. David Drew was a U.S. Marine and served 2 tours in the Middle East and was wounded in some of the heaviest fighting in Iraq at Fallujah. U.S. Marine Patrick Durand was wounded while serving in Iraq when his vehicle struck an IED. Trinity Barely is a platoon sergeant in the Florida Army National Guard and has been deployed several times. Sean Kay seriously injured his knee while serving as a machinery technician in the U.S. Coast Guard. These 4 military veterans are training with Disabled Veterans Insurance Careers for account executive positions in the insurance industry. Gary Bryant is president and CEO of DVIC and a retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel.
I know the character of which they're made of, and I know the sacrifices with which they've made. And I know that they have skills and character traits that are deserving of our assistance.
David Drew was a squad leader during heavy fighting in Fallujah and helped lead his Marines to victory. He brings that same leadership ability and desire to succeed to the insurance profession.
I was an infantry guy that my expertise was explosives and rockets, and being as dangerous as Fallujah was, my job was extremely important because it provided the kind of firepower we needed. One of my main injuries was I took some shrapnel in my thighs, very small pieces that'll probably be there forever.
So we're just going to be calling some leads. Are these leads you've called before?
Yeah.
David now works as an account executive at Hub International in Chicago.
DVIC really gave me an opportunity to have a successful career in the insurance industry, and I feel that without DVIC, I wouldn't be here, and I would not have this opportunity that I have today.
It's a great job.
All disabled veterans go through a training program before they begin sales work with clients.
Within the first 3 months of changing over to the insurance industry, I was licensed in personal lines insurance as well as commercial lines insurance, and I received my CLCS designation, and that was all possible because of DVIC.
These disabled veterans say the program provides a future when the future was uncertain.
I jumped from job to job due to the deployments. It kind of put a heavy burden on my civilian life, and this was the first career opportunity I was given the chance to take.
But technology today allows our veterans to work from almost any job site, regardless of disabilities or any issues with transportation.
I came to Florida to basically start a new life, get a fresh start, and basically DVIC has given me that push.
People from all over America are contributing to DVIC when they learn about their mission to educate, train, and create meaningful employment opportunities within the insurance industry for our courageous disabled veterans.
When our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines are in combat, they make a solemn oath to each other that no one will be left behind, either dead or alive, to fall into the hands of the enemy. We believe that when they return home, no man or woman should be left behind when it comes to having the opportunity for a meaningful career.
For more information about how you can help, contact www.dvic.us or call 239-433-8523.
Oh, that's terrific. I really like that. You're a star, Gary.
Well, I'm not a star. The video is a pretty good video, except for my part. But the really good part of the video is the veterans and hearing their stories and hearing how DVIC has given them an opportunity. And
all right, well, let's talk about some of those opportunities.
Okay.
There's career opportunities.
Yes.
It is pretty neat. We're hiring,
yes.
huh? Job openings.
We're hiring and basically training for 2 positions. One is an account executive position, and the duties and responsibilities are listed there on our website. We're also training for customer service positions, depending on how a particular agency would like our veterans to work. And you can see the responsibilities and the job specifications are listed in a website for those two positions. We are primarily focusing our veterans and training them on learning about personal lines insurance, and in particular cross-selling and servicing personal lines products.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best place to start. It's working for you, isn't it? So,
yes, it is.
I like that. And then, well, you know, incidentally, that list that you've got down there is really good. Just for the agents who are listening to this, you might get some good job description things down there. That's one of the most thorough ones I've seen. Well, obviously, you're working with a lot of really top agents and who are helping on this thing. Okay,
yes.
Let's go to the governance system here now. Who runs the place, huh?
Well, speaking of that, getting assistance from some very successful insurance executives, if you look at our board of directors there, you see there's a strategic board with almost a who's who of successful insurance executives. We also,
Walt Grudowski, head of Rough Notes.
There's Walt. And, Jeff Grady there is the executive director of the Florida Association of Insurance Agents. Tom Callahan above, very successful. Above there you see David Howard, a successful insurance agent. And down below there's even more. John Bidwell there from Chubb, Bob Mickey, Beverly Messer from the National Alliance. We've got some literally some all-stars on our board. Jerry Sullivan from the Sullivan Group in Chicago. Brady Polanski from Polanski Enterprises, a very successful insurance executive.
I worked with him for years too.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys.
Yeah, Shad Stanford,
here for me.
Marsh McLennan. Of course, Gary Tripp is one of our founders, and you know, Phil Tucci is a long time. It's a very successful insurance executive. Then on our operating board, just below that, we have some retired. Of course, there's John Wepler from Marshberry. We have some retired military officers, rather. Colonel Tom Dials there, and General James Dozier, both retired senior officers. Todd Gates, very successful in a construction general contracting business here in Southwest Florida. Dr. J.R. Harding works for the Agency for Persons with Disabilities. He was one of the original authors of the Americans with Disabilities Act back in 1990 under the first President Bush's administration. He was appointed to help write that document. John Pollock, President CEO of BB&T Insurance Services. And we have regional directors as well spread throughout the country. Those are a little below there on the screen. Regional directors, those folks are successful insurance executives from around the country that working with different agencies and companies that have helped us out as well. So you noticed that our job description was a very good one. We've had lots of input from lots of successful people, and we're very proud of the team we've put together.
Yeah, I talked to Chris Paradiso this week about you. He's really proud to be on this thing. That's great. He's one of the young guys, but boy, he's a good one. Boy, yep. You've got something else. There's the boss, huh?
Well, I'm not sure I'm the boss, but I happen to be the guy that runs the day-to-day operations. But I work for those board of directors, and I'm very fortunate to be in this position. It's tremendously rewarding to be able to take young Americans who have no job or else who are significantly underemployed and give them an opportunity. It appears to me to be a logical fit between
Absolutely.
Some of our veterans who are so smart and they need a job. The unemployment rate among veterans, as you probably know, is about the same as the national average, but where the problem is with disabled veterans, the unemployment rate is significantly higher than the national average, and it's significantly higher than the other veterans. So we think it's important to give them an opportunity.
Absolutely, no question about it. Well, you've got partners too from the other side of things. Who's going to go ahead?
We do. We as I mentioned earlier, we've worked very close with the Department of Veterans Affairs, Division of Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment. They have helped us find the veterans. They help us screen the veterans for employment. They also pay the veterans a stipend while they're undergoing training with us. That
wow,
helps them cover their living expenses. I'm sure many of your listeners and subscribers will be familiar with the National Alliance for Insurance Education and Research. Dr. Bill Holt and his group down in Austin, Texas. Beverly Messer is on our board of directors. They manage the training program for us with assistance from Lee Knapp Consultants here in Fort Myers, who does some of our on-site job training. But the education and training program, the testing program that the National Alliance has is just literally state-of-the-art, second to none. We had a very good...
You got the best of the best.
I think so. Yeah, we think so too. The Hub International out of Chicago helped us train our first 2 veterans and hired our very first veteran, so they were a good partner with us to start our training program. And here in Southwest Florida, the Southwest Florida Community Foundation has been very generous in helping us get started. And we have other partners. We have other smaller partners. Those are just the ones that are the most significant, but we have many supporters around the country that have helped us as well.
If they want to partner with you, they just have to.
If you'd like to partner with us, the name, the phone number is there. Our website is there, dvic.us, and the phone number is listed there. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to anyone who would like to support our program.
Well, you've got that you got a big expense. I don't see how you do. You've got to have a lot of donators, don't you? I hope.
We do, George. We've got probably well over 200 agencies and individuals who have donated in one form or another.
Wow.
We've had donations from $100,000 down to $100, and no donation is too small. Our costs are associated with paying for the training and having the training and education and testing to be presented. We also pay the veterans a small hourly wage while they're undergoing training, so they do not have to work the midnight shift at 7-Eleven to support themselves and their families.
That is in addition to the Veterans Administration?
Yes, we provide a salary of $10 an hour. The Veterans Administration, for those veterans who qualify, will receive an additional $5 an hour. The training program is a 40-hour-a-week program, 8 hours a day for 5 days. So we want that to be their full-time job. So our costs are primarily associated with presenting the training and paying the veterans while they're going through the training program.
Wow.
We would appreciate any support that we can get. You can see.
I was going to ask about that. You're going. Well, wait. Now you have the. You guys are getting some great press too. People go in here. That's really interesting stuff there. Look at that.
Yes, we are. The Surf and Turf event there is a major annual fundraising event that we would like everyone to participate in. That's a combination fishing tournament and golf tournament at the very nice, luxurious South Sea Island Resort here off the coast of Southwest Florida. We've had some very significant speakers and former POWs and senior officers who's helped us with our program. Those are listed there. Like I said, back to anyone who wanted to donate, there's a donation button on our website there. And we also have listed on our website our No Man or Woman Left Behind Society.
Right there.
That is, yes, sir. That is our No Man or Woman Left Behind Society is reserved for anyone who makes a significant contribution to DVIC. And we believe that no man or woman should be left behind when it comes to having the opportunity for a meaningful career. Our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines pledge a solemn oath to each other when they were in combat that no man or woman will be left behind, either dead or alive, to fall into the hands of the enemy. And we don't believe they should be left behind when they come home and when they would have the opportunity for a meaningful career. you'll see the 5-star members, the 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star level donations of our of the folks there. There's, as you can see, there's a long list of donors and supporters who have supported DVIC.
Well, I'm going to be one of them in another way too. We're at Agencies Online. We're going to make this our nonprofit organization number one, and I'll list you and a link to you on our Monday morning program that goes out, which we're recording right now. But from now on, I'll have the link to you all the time on that email that brings out the Monday mornings, so people can always get a hold of you. But boy, you look at that list in there, you can see a bunch of the best, haven't you? That's very good. And so they contact you this way. Here we go. They can go to the corporate office. You see it 3 or 4 times. Go in here. There's plenty of ways to contact. And I know you, Gary. You'll be glad to talk to anybody. And I got a feeling you're a pretty good money raiser somehow. I don't know how.
Well, the insurance industry has been very generous to us. Thanks to the support we've received from the insurance industry, we have made a significant difference in the lives of 4 disabled veterans. And we would like to start another class of 4 here in Southwest Florida this summer and a class of 4 in Kansas this summer. So we are looking for insurance industry support again to help us get started and to help our program continue. George, we want to take our program from 4 to 24 to 54 to 104 and 1,004. There's just thousands of disabled veterans who need our support. The insurance industry needs their talent and their skills and the things that they bring to the workplace. And it's just a very exciting prospect for us to be able to tie our veterans and connect them to the insurance industry and get them trained so that they can be a success. It's a win-win-win for everyone. It's a win for the veterans. It's a win for the insurance industry. It's a win for our country, and we're very excited about it.
Gary, thank you. I'm really humbled with what you guys have done, and I'm going to do the best I can to help you and the rest of my career here. And what you're doing for the industry from the public relations standpoint, also in addition to everything else, has got to be one of the best things that has happened. We need a little national publicity. We're going to get more of it for you. That's where I come in. So I want to thank you again, congratulate you again, congratulate all those people who had this idea and who are following through with it. And I guess for the rest of you, I'll see you next Monday morning.